Welcome, everyone. Hi, welcome. I did pick a viewer to pull a card for, and we'll figure out what to put in the comments when we do that. Um, I just want to invite the spirit in to preside over this reading and give us the ears to hear. And I have a channeled message to start. Let's see what we got. Okay. Beloved, you are not being torn down. You are being unveiled. The collapse you feel is not failure, but the falling away of what was never true. Your fear is the echo of an old identity that believes it must earn its place in this world. But your place is already given. You are exactly where I would have you be. Every delay, every heartbreak, every uncertainty has brought you here to this holy moment of choice. Will you surrender your plan and receive mine? You are not here to build alone, but to build with me. Your brothers and sisters wait for you, not to be perfect, but to be real. Let them see your tears, your light, your cracking open. That is healing. Come and let us walk together, hand in hand, toward what cannot be lost, your true self, your true function, your true peace. Okay. And I'm going to pull some oracle cards. And I've already pulled the tarot, and it's a very, very deep message because I know a lot of us are going through a lot of deep changes. It's kind of like in your energy is the tower, and it's kind of like the Course in Miracles says, the world is not real, so let it crumble. But what's happening is an old identity is crumbling. An ego identity is actually crumbling. And it's not scary. It's a softening. It's a softening of the old identity and a coming into the new. This is your energy. You're finally letting go. So it's beautiful. You're letting go. And the first card, this is your energy, but the first card that came out was the King of Cups. So you're in your heart. That means that the blocks to love are being removed. They're falling away like this tower. And it's like you are seeing with the Spirit now, with the Holy Spirit, with a heart of love, with God, with peace. You're letting the heart open and receive a different view, vision. So vision is when you can see beyond the world or the body of devastation and look upon it with love. And the spirit is the Ace of Pentacles is a new beginning in form, but that is coming in, but it's more of a merging with the spirit and choosing peace. It's more of a you coming into your true self, into your identity with the spirit. And that means you're coming from compassion and love and allowing the ego to dissolve. So you're seeing your brothers and your sisters anew. And it's also you got the Three of Pentacles. This is a card of collaboration. So it's also like this new beginning that's from your heart is gonna, you know, put you in a new world with other people so that you won't feel alone anymore. I clarified these cards and it's like this old energy of loss is being looked on now with the spirit to see that it was illusion that you are grieving. It's like looking upon the sadness and the suffering and the pain and the loss of the past with the vision of Christ, looking with the Holy Spirit and seeing that it's not real, that you have every reason to be rejoicing because what you're letting go of is just illusion. What you're letting go of is just suffering and pain. So there's really no loss in this tower moment. There is a new beginning in love. You got the moon twice in this reading, but one of them is reversed. So you are coming out of this fog. So in this new beginning now, where you're joined with the spirit, you're not going to be able to rush into things and panic and fear and decide with the ego anymore. It's going to be a new way to live. It's going to be a new way to see, a new way to think, a new way to collaborate. So it's kind of like we're transitioning from one identity to another. And that means that there's going to be a pausing in everything we do. And I'm just hearing whatever you do all day long, whether you work a job or you own your own business or you're healing, you're helping others as a job, or you're just a healer or whatever you're doing, now you will be, whether you're resting or so-called working or talking to a friend, it's all going to be the same. Everything you're doing is going to be offered up to the spirit for love, for healing. That's your whole life now. So it doesn't matter what you're doing anymore because your purpose has changed. And everything you do is a gift now, even if you're resting. I love that. Okay, so with the moon, I wanted to talk about this card a little bit because this is the way it used to feel when we would look with the ego, foggy, like we're drowning, like the world is dark, there's darkness, but we are inverted. We're coming out of this darkness and into true vision, into the light of love. So it's really, and the way we're doing that is through collaboration with our brothers and sisters. So that is our work. I mean, I know you've probably been doing it for decades, but we need reminders. This is a course, I mean, in miracles, but it's also healing through relationships. So it's seeing your brother and your sister as innocent so that you can see yourself as innocent. So this is going to be like 24/7 awareness of what your brother is here for, of what your brother is, of who your brother is. Your brother is you. So if you attack your brother, you're really attacking yourself. And you can really feel this now. So this is not some kind of concept anymore. You're experiencing what it feels like now to come from the spirit, because the ego, the blocks to love awareness, the blocks to love's awareness have fallen. They're falling off of you like every step you take. So you're in the presence of God and you're learning to come from love in all things. So you got this A Course in Miracles card that says, I'm among the ministers of God. And the back reads, it cannot be that it is hard to do the task that Christ appointed you to do when it is he who does it through you. So this is why you are in everything you do. you are demonstrating the truth by loving and forgiving and overlooking the error in your brother, by accepting the atonement for yourself. I am the ministers of God just means I stand for love. And all I care about is giving that love away. And it's a very deep calling, but I feel like whoever's here has come to the place where there's nothing else to do but to give your love away. That's all that's left because it's so fulfilling, overlooking error, suffering, pain, fear, that there's nothing else. So this is something that you're longing for, is to feel the oneness of you and your brother. This is a deep reading. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what we get. Tick tock. Come to the edge. Enchanting gifts. So this is do not rush. There's no time. And just remember, there's no past, there's no future, there's only the present. So to any idea that, oh, I have something in my eye, any idea that you have to rush because you're running out of time or anything like that, just come back to the ever present now and know that in this moment, the more that you come into the presence of this moment, the more you will forget about the past or the future and fall in love and stay there. Time is a concept. So, I mean, I love this card. Come to the edge. I'm not looking at it like jumping off a cliff anymore. I'm looking at the white, pure, she's been purified in that white dress and she's throwing rose petals behind her. And she's dancing her way into her new beginning. It's a gift from God, this new beginning, and it's washing away the fog from your eyes and leaping you into a new dimension of love. In this soft energy where you're going to be exchanging gifts, you're going to be giving. That's all you're going to be doing is giving. Sorry, y'all, I'm just going to keep doing this until I get some relief. All you're going to be doing is giving. And since giving is receiving, you're going to be dancing your way home, dancing. This pink, soft, feminine energy means that you're receiving God's love and God's answers now. This is so funny. There's got to be like a Bible verse about this. Okay, let's see what else we get. I love that soft, pink, receptive energy. I was watching something where they said July is going to be a month to receive. And it's really hard to just rest and allow things to come to you instead of try go get it. Like for me, it is anyway. So see what else we get. Courage. Let's get two more. Chaos and letting go. Courage. Yeah, you're the still point within the chaos. You're the center of the storm. And I feel like many of you could be in the middle of a storm right now, but been through the really shakiest part and become the center of it because of what you faced. And I feel like there has been a letting go. There certainly has been a letting go. And you're surrendering. And it feels good. It's like a letting go of control and it feels good. It felt so hard to do until it happened. And then there was like a big time release, a relief and a release. So that's That feels pretty complete. Let's get a card. I got Trisha Sproles, 5831. She left like three comments, and so she had a better chance of being randomly picked. I thought that was pretty clever. All right, let's see what we get for Trisha. Can we get a card, please? And then so next time I'll pick a card for someone. And then I want to, what did I, oh, I want a blue heart, a blue heart. And then if you don't want to look for it or you can't find it, just write blue heart in the comments. All right, my lovelies, let's see what we get for Trisha. What do you have for the Trisha spirit? Okay. We got the devil, the nine of wands, and the page of cups. So that's just pretty simple for me. What I see is the temptation to be, and I did see this card earlier in my defenselessness, my safety lies. So all the devil is the ego tempting you to be defensive instead of coming from the heart. It's just a temptation. So the guidance is, you know, this is the wounded warrior card. So you've worked really hard actually to build this. And you're just one step away. It's a nine, one step away from being able to lay that burden down of like, holding up the fort, and protecting the land that you've built the fence around. And they're just saying you've done a good job. You're a warrior. You've come all the way to the nine and you've got one step to go. And so this last final step, you're going to be asked, and the whole reading talked about this, you're going to be asked to lead from your heart. So if you get afraid, if you get feeling responsible, if you get feeling like, you know, left out in the cold or whatever comes up for you, they're asking you to drop into your heart and ask for the vibrate, wait in prayer and silence until you can drop into that energy of love and then make a decision from there, or just wait till, this is just the temptation to see yourself as a human being having to defend against the world. Drop into your heart and rest in the heart of God. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me here. Those are the messages I have for you, and I'll see you next time.